Well, considering Game 6 will be in Indiana, I'm going to go Pacers because they seem to play much better when they have the home court advantage versus elsewhere. So I'm going to go for the Pacers.
Pacers win the series. They'll take care of business at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Why? Because they don't want to go to Spike's house again.
Pacers are in trouble without George Hill. He was important. His shooting is important, his ball handling, his defense. They lose an outside shooter. I still think the Pacers have a big advantage going into Indy against the Knicks. For some reason, it's a completely different Knicks team. It's a completely different Indiana team when they played Indianapolis. So Pacers need to get it done in Game 6, but I think they will.
Pacers in 6, Indianapolis tomorrow night. Pacers move on to face LBJ.
No, I don't think that's the path. To concede to Arena Football, I think it shows the world that he's accepted that he's not an NFL caliber player. And if he wants to stand by his guns and claim that he's an NFL caliber quarterback, doing that would not prove that to anyone. In fact, if anything, it would almost validate his critics that they're right and he doesn't have the talent to play in the NFL.
I think he should. I mean, it's not going to pay a lot, but if he wants to be a football player, he's going to have to go where the jobs are. But, you know, I think a public speaking tour could be a lot more lucrative, maybe a lot more beneficial. Definitely takes advantage of his true skill sets.
Absolutely not. Jaworski has his own interest in mind. Didn't the Jets hire Tebow last year so they could sell tickets? Smart move by Jaworski. Horrible move by Tim Tebow. Go be a speaker on the corporate circuit.
They must be hurting for ticket sales to ask Tebow. That's all I gotta say.
NHL, Stanley Cup playoffs. And they're also the least watched, but they're the most exciting, year in and year out.
So far, the NHL. They had, 5 of 8 overtime games. It was a little disappointing when Westbrook went out for Oklahoma City, kind of took out one of the big dogs. So up to this point, on this day, at this time of this video, NHL has been the most exciting. But watch out, the NBA is coming up strong with the conference finals.
Ooh. I'm a toss-up between the NBA and the NFL. Obviously, the Super Bowl's huge kind of thing. I don't know. I'm going NBA. I love watching all of the different series and conferences go at it, so I'm going to go NBA.
You know, to be honest, NFL football's great, but it's one day a week. And, honestly, if you really want to enjoy dramatic finishes, exciting games, it's hockey. Hockey has more dramatic finishes, especially with the sudden death overtime. I mean, that brings an element to hockey that I don't think you find in the other sports, and the fact they play 3-4 games a week. I tell you, I really enjoy the hockey playoffs.